Streaming now at 7, Chicago's proposed budget battle could affect youth jobs and your money. The mayor expected to veto it.
Thousands to begin the pilgrimage to the Shrine of Our Lady of Guadalupe, despite immigration concerns and bitter cold.
Plus, stay warm this weekend, eat, sip, and be merry. Eataly Chicago brings a taste of Italy to the heart of the city this holiday season. Today is Thursday, December the 11th.
Streaming live from Chicago, ABC 7 Eyewitness News at 7 starts now.
If you're not hungry now, you will be soon when you see the spread that they've got out there. Good morning, everyone. I'm Tanya Babich in for Terrell.
And I'm Val Warner. Good to be with you this hour. So let's take a look outside and see what you're in store for when you're, hey, this is a beautiful shot of our city. I mean, it is Chicago in December. So what more, the good thing is you've had some eventful mornings this week, Tracy. Today, not so much.
You know what? Way to look at the glass half full right there, right? And yesterday, that camera over at Navy Pier was really shaking with the gusty winds. Well, it's breezy lightly this morning. It's 27 in Plainfield, 24 O'Hare, 18 in Zion. Go beyond our region, 18 up toward Madison, 28 Indianapolis. Some of our wind chills this morning, well, in Kenosha, it feels like it's 9. Feels like it's 17 in Maryville and 16 in Aurora. Overall, not a whole lot going on today. However, I will point this out to you. We're probably going to get some light snow showers in the area here this evening. I'll dive more into that coming up, but Diane has a lot to dive into.
Yeah, in fact, we got another couple of crashes out there creating some big old problems. So to the maps we go. Take a look at the big picture. We're definitely seeing high travel times across the board. Eastbound I-80 near Larkin. We've got an overturned semi here causing some big, massive delays there. So heads up if you are down in this area. That's going to create a big problem. Right now, the delay is only about a half mile, but it's definitely getting worse. Check out our tollway camera. Look at this crash. Eastbound I-88 near Naperville. This is what Illinois State Police actually stumbled upon after leaving a first accident. You can see traffic is getting by in those right lanes. So we've got at least 2 left lanes, left shoulder down, with at least 4 vehicles involved in this crash. Val and Tanya.
All right. Thank you, Diane. This breaking news right now. Chicago police are looking for these 3 people, a 31-year-old woman, a 6-year-old girl, and a 7-month-old baby seen in the middle. Police have not said if they are related. They were last seen on Tuesday near Madison and Hermitage. The woman's name is Lynette Morillo. The girl's name is Amor Rodriguez, and the baby's name is Raja Abdullah. Anyone with information can call 911.
The Shrine of Our Lady of Guadalupe is ready to welcome thousands of people for an annual celebration.
And Stephanie Wade is live in Des Plaines as many begin their pilgrimage. Good morning, Steph.
Valentania, good morning. You can hear the music and see the shrine lit up behind me here. I believe some folks actually just arrived as well to visit the shrine. Today marks the beginning of this annual celebration that spans 24 hours. Despite the bitter cold temperatures, thousands of faithful Catholics will make the pilgrimage here to North Suburban Des Plaines to visit the Shrine of Our Lady of Guadalupe. Tomorrow marks the day which the Virgin Mary, Our Lady of Guadalupe, appeared to Mexican peasant Juan Diego in 1531. Bringing flowers and prayers, millions have flocked to the Shrine of the Virgin Mary in Des Plaines since the mid-1980s. The event typically draws as many as 300,000 people from across the country. This year, the ongoing immigration crackdown has many people concerned, however, so it's unclear how those fears might impact turnout. Church leaders say this year's event will happen as scheduled, and federal agents will not be allowed on church grounds without arrest warrants. Events will also be streamed online. They say the purpose of the pilgrimage is to instill hope and to be an expression of faith for those who attend.
Most of the time, people come primarily because there's a great need in their life. And an experience such as this is a real balm, is a real moment of healing for them.
And celebrations will begin today at noon with the praying of the rosary here in the plaza at the shrine. Then tonight, the opening mass celebration will begin, followed by a fireworks show. For now, reporting live at Des Plaines, Stephanie Wade, ABC 7 Eyewitness News. Back to you.
Stephanie, thank you. Breaking news update from Streamwood. A person is in custody after an hours-long police standoff. There was a heavy police presence last night near Yellowstone and Kings Canyon Drive. Neighbors spotted officers in tactical gear carrying long guns. Police have not shared details on why the person was being sought.
And the fight over Chicago's city budget is now hitting closer to home.
Chicagoans could see higher garbage fees, and young people are concerned about losing summer job opportunities. Christian Picos is here with the latest on the plan and what comes next. Christian.
Hey, good morning. Look, City Hall is racing the clock right now to pass a budget before the start of the new year to avoid the first citywide government shutdown. As it stands, 27 alders support an alternative budget that does not include Mayor Brandon Johnson's controversial corporate head tax. The mayor says he already plans to veto that plan. 34 alders are needed to override his no vote, but the alternative budget calls for raising garbage collection fees from the current $9.50 a month to $15 a month. That proposal originally called to increase it to $18 a month. On the other hand, the mayor's controversial corporate head tax on 175 of the largest companies in Chicago would fund community safety programs and summer youth jobs. Young people gathered to voice their opposition to the alternative budget, while alders say their proposal is financially sound.
We refuse to be ignored. We refuse to let our opportunities be cut.
These alders want to stunt youth growth, and they would rather give you a curfew than give you a job.
Our amendments follow our core principles. No borrowing for operating expenses, no shorting our pension obligations, no job-killing head tax, and a commitment to real structural efficiencies that prevent long-term harm.
The mayor's corporate head tax would charge companies with more than 500 employees in Chicago a fee of $33 per employee per month. Critics say it's bad for business in the city, while the mayor says companies have to pay their fair share. Now, the council has scheduled 5 meetings between now and December 23rd, including 4 next week, to make sure they have plenty of opportunities for budget votes. Back to you.
All right, Christian, thank you. Well, in addition to their budget work, the city council may give new life to a measure that gives police the ability to impose a teen curfew. Alderman Brian Hopkins introduced a revised ordinance that would give the police superintendent authority to call an earlier teen curfew with 12 hours notice. It is getting pushback from youth advocates. The renewed curfew push is in response to so-called teen takeovers in the Loop last month. A 14-year-old boy was killed shortly after the city's tree lighting ceremony.
A new warning about a man who tried to lure a child into his car in Englewood. Police say this happened just before 8 last night. A girl was walking down May Street near 72nd when police say a man in a silver Chevy Malibu pulled up and offered to smoke with her in his car. The car has a broken passenger headlight. The girl got away by walking to a friend's house nearby. Police say the man circled the block several times.
Indiana state senators are expected to take a final high-stakes vote today to redraw congressional boundaries. The outcome is still uncertain. Many state senators in the Republican supermajority are outright opposed to the legislation or hesitant to take a stance. The proposed congressional maps are designed to favor GOP candidates in next year's midterms.
An update now on efforts to improve conditions at the ICE facility in Broadview. A lawsuit alleged inhumane conditions. A federal judge had issued a temporary restraining order demanding the Department of Homeland Security make changes. Now the plaintiffs and the government are agreeing to extend that order until April 19th. The government says that since Border Patrol Commander Gregory Bovino left Illinois, fewer people are being processed in Broadview. But the plaintiffs say they fear immigration enforcement will increase again in the spring.
U.S. senators are set to question military leaders today about President Trump's National Guard deployment. Illinois Senator Tammy Duckworth is among those on the Armed Services Committee holding today's hearing. The president deployed troops here, but they have never patrolled streets or guarded federal buildings. Yesterday, a federal judge in California ruled that the Trump administration must stop deploying the California National Guard in Los Angeles and return control of the troops to the state.
This morning, tensions rise off the coast of Venezuela after the U.S. seized a crude oil tanker. The news comes as Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Machado makes her first public appearance in nearly a year to receive the Nobel Peace Prize. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio joins us live from our nation's capital. She has the latest. Nicole.
Yeah, Tanya, good morning to you. Venezuela's government calls the seizure a blatant robbery and an act of international piracy as the Trump administration escalates military action in the region. This morning, the first glimpse of Venezuela's opposition leader in nearly a year. Maria Machado waving to supporters in Oslo, Norway, where she received the Nobel Peace Prize. This as the Trump administration ramps up pressure on Venezuela's government by seizing an oil tanker in the Caribbean. This video released by the White House shows the moment U.S. Navy helicopters hovered above the tanker as heavily armed members of the Coast Guard rappelled down to the deck.
We've just seized a tanker on the coast of Venezuela.
Attorney General Pam Bondi says the tanker was part of an illicit oil shipping network supporting foreign terrorist organizations. This morning, Machado was asked if she endorsed the U.S. military operation near Venezuela.
What sustained the regime is a very powerful and funded, strongly funded repression system. Where does that funds come from? Well, from drug trafficking, from the black market of oil.
Venezuela's government releasing a statement strongly denouncing the seizures and calling on the international community to reject this unprecedented aggression. Members of the House Armed Services Committee question whether the operation is justified and legal.
This Congress has not had any say in when we're using military force, and it hasn't had any briefings on why we are using military force.
This seizure marks the first time the U.S. has overtly interfered with oil exports, which is Venezuela's main source of revenue, and it comes amid rising tensions between the U.S. and Venezuela after the U.S. conducted airstrikes on alleged drug boats in the Caribbean, killing dozens. And President Trump recently suggested possible land strikes inside Venezuela and has also threatened neighboring Colombia, saying it could be targeted next. Tanya.
Nicole D'Antonio, thank you. The Obama Foundation is helping businesses and neighbors prepare for the increase in tourism when the Obama Presidential Center opens next year. It's holding a series of informational sessions. The meetings will cover job opportunities at the center and ways for neighbors and small business owners to capitalize on the new development. Anyone can sign up. We have a link to do that on our website and the ABC7 Chicago News app. Sessions begin in January.
Adler Planetarium employees are voting today on union representation. If approved, Adler Workers United will represent about 70 staff who keep the museum running. They join colleagues at Chicago's top museums and cultural institutions who have organized in recent years. The vote could mark a major step for cultural workers in the city.
The city of Aurora is celebrating one of the largest donations of personal protective equipment in the city's history. Aurora-based packaging company T-Innovations is donating $360,000 worth of PPE. The supplies will be used at Aurora's overnight warming center. There's a ceremony this morning to celebrate the donation.
Well, your live and local news is just getting started as we stream out loud this morning. Coming up, a health update on Reverend Jesse Jackson. He is expected to return home soon.
Ahead, a safety showdown over the skies. Why the NTSB says a new defense bill could put D.C. air travel at risk. And the fiery remarks that have lawmakers on alert.
But first, Tracy has your ABC7 AccuWeather forecast coming up next.
Good morning. So I want to talk about pending snow. I know, for tonight. Really this evening into the overnight hours. I think most of us here in the Chicago area will come in with a dusting, possibly as much as an inch of snow. That would be farther to the south. And then you see, as we get really along and south of I-80 especially, 1 to 3 inches of accumulation. Then south of that could be some higher totals tonight into tomorrow morning. Right now, 24 at O'Hare, 25 at Midway, 25 degrees at Northerly Island. We have some wind chills currently that are in the teens around the area. Skies are mostly cloudy right now. I still wouldn't be shocked to see a few peaks of sun. But these counties that are shaded in kind of that tan color, that's a special weather statement. The Weather Service just wants to get our attention about the potential for some of that accumulating snow this evening and overnight, with winter weather advisories south of that. Then Saturday, we are watching this system. As of right now, the main focus of the heavier snow will be in central Illinois, but many of us will probably get brushed with at least some accumulation here on Saturday. 24 degrees, cloudy skies, wind chill of 17 at O'Hare. Temperatures don't move much at all today, but they really plunge here over the weekend. Diane.
So busy out there this morning, Tracy, and I'm not just talking about travel times, because those seem to be pretty typical for this time in the morning, but we've got so many different incidents out there, so let's get right to it. Eastbound 88 near Naperville. Let's go right to our tollway camera. So this crash, now they're calling for even more equipment. So we've got 2 fire trucks out there, plus we've got an ambulance out there, as well as Illinois State Police and the Tollway Authority for this very serious crash. I know it's hard to see, but there are 2 vehicles in the center there, smack dab in the center of your screen. That's where authorities are focusing on. I believe there are some injuries involved here because they do have the stretcher out. So again, this is eastbound I-88 near Naperville. Only the right lane is getting by right now. Traffic is backed up almost 5 miles approaching this crash scene. We knew it was going to get really, really bad here until they started clearing things. So just a heads up to tack on a lot of extra time if you typically take 88 eastbound in the area of Naperville Road. Northbound I-55 near Route 47, we have a stalled semi there in the lane of traffic as well. However, not causing any major delays, so that's a bit of good news for you there. Eastbound I-80 past Hobolt, we got a rollover semi, about a mile delay going eastbound, and that is in the lane of traffic with a lot of equipment as well. Val, back over to you.
Okay, got it, Diane. The head of the NTSB is raising a red flag, warning a new proposal in Congress could actually make flying less safe. Her message came in a fiery news conference aimed separately, or squarely, I should say, at a defense bill that she says would undo critical protections put in place after last year's deadly midair collision near Reagan National Airport. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio has the latest.
This morning, the chair of the National Transportation Safety Board speaking out, slamming a defense bill being considered by Congress that she says will make flying in and out of Washington, D.C. more dangerous.
If it sounds like I'm mad, I am mad. This is shameful.
Jennifer Hamady says the NTSB vehemently opposes part of the bill that would roll back safety improvements recommended after last January's mid-air collision of a military helicopter and an American Airlines regional jet near Reagan National Airport. 67 people were killed in that crash.
It reverses safety changes made after the mid-air collision and essentially gives the military unfettered access to the crowded and complex D.C. airspace. This is a significant safety setback.
In the wake of that tragedy, military aircraft were required to broadcast their position using a technology known as ADS-B. But Hamady warns the new defense bill would allow exemptions to that policy.
We should be working together in partnership to prevent the next accident, not inviting history to repeat itself.
Families of the crash victims call the proposed exemptions deeply concerning. But supporters say military chopters on training missions would still be required to warn other aircraft about their position or get a waiver from the Transportation Secretary.
Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
Foreign tourists who want to visit the U.S. could face new social media screening. Customs and Border Protection is proposing collecting 5 years of social media data from travelers. It would then apply to about 40 mostly European and Asian countries who can now come to the U.S. for tourism or business for 3 months without visas. The public has 60 days to comment on these proposed changes. And the Reverend Jesse Jackson is expected to return home soon. That is the very latest update from his family. The Reverend has been at an acute nursing facility since being discharged from Northwestern Memorial Hospital last month. He spent nearly 2 weeks there. The civil rights leader has a neurological disorder. He's 84 years old. Coming up this morning, baseball's back inside Old Joliet Prison. More on the special one-time game that you won't want to miss. And Chicago, grab your forks, get ready. Restaurant Week is back with 500 spots serving up specials for 17 delicious days. More details to come.
Eyewitness News streaming at 7 continues after a break.
Rainbow Push is helping Cook County homeowners who want to appeal their property tax bills. It's holding a help day at its headquarters at 50th and Drexel on the south side. Anyone is welcome to stop by between noon and 3 today. Homeowners have until tomorrow to appeal. This will only impact upcoming tax bills. Cook County property tax bills are still due, the ones that are out on Monday, December 15th.
New for you this morning, baseball is making a comeback at the historic Old Joliet Prison. The Joliet Slammers will take the field for a special game April 30th. The very same day, Route 66 celebrates its 100th anniversary, right past the prison gates. Baseball games were once a tradition at the prison until it closed in 2002, and the Old Diamond can still be seen today. Tickets on sale for this one-time special event soon. We're going to join our Good Morning America viewers. I've got a news update coming up.
Now, an update from ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Good morning. It is 7:23. I'm Tanya Babich. Right now, Chicago police need help to find a missing woman and 2 children. There's a photo of all 3. On the left, 31-year-old Lynette Morillo, 6-year-old Amor Rodriguez on the right, 7-month-old Rakaj Abdullah in the middle. They've been missing since Tuesday. They were last seen near Madison and Hermitage. Police have not said if the 3 are related. Anyone with information should call 911. Let's get a check of the ABC 7 AccuWeather forecast. Here's meteorologist Tracy Butler.
Hi there, Tanya. Very good morning to all. Well, I want you to be aware this evening and overnight tonight, we have additional snow coming our way. I think generally most of us here in Chicago West, North, and even into far northwest Indiana, we're looking at less than an inch of accumulation, probably on the order more of a dusting. You could get more like a 1 to 3 inch accumulation farther to the south. That's tonight into very early tomorrow morning. Well, right now we're 24 at O'Hare, 25 at Midway, with some wind chills that are back in the teens this morning. Temperatures today don't move much, not tomorrow either, but the weekend, they go down. Bitter, cold weekend ahead. Diane, ahead with traffic after this.
If you want total health care from a provider you trust,
hi, Blair.
Right in the palm of your hand? If you want soup, sweatpants, and 0 in-person contact. If you want wellness wherever. Our virtual primary care delivers with great website manner.
No worries.
So choose your doctor from our profiles and enjoy the healthiest online relationship you've ever had. House calls have evolved. Advocate Healthcare.
Welcome back, everybody. Very busy out there. We've got very heavy travel times across the board. And we've got a couple of incidents causing some major problems. The first one is going to be eastbound on I-80 past Humboldt. Let's go right up to Chopper 7 with this crash taking out the right lane. Only the left lane getting by here. And you can see the delay that is caused by this crash. So it's getting very busy, at least a 1.5 mile delay here eastbound I-80 past Humboldt. We've got another very complicated situation. You're looking at a live picture right now of eastbound 88 near Naperville. 5.5 mile delay here with this very serious crash. Only the right lane getting by.
Welcome back, streamers. 7:27 on a Thursday morning, Friday Eve.
Friday Eve. All right, get ready, Chicago, and you food lovers out there. Restaurant Week is almost here.
A record-breaking number of restaurants are taking part. Over 500 spots, including dozens in the suburbs, will be serving up special menus. The week is actually more than 2 weeks. It's 17 days from January 23rd through February the 8th. Top participants include Daisy's in Logan Square, Duck Duck Goat in the West Loop, Esme in Lincoln Park, and Dawn in Hyde Park. Check out our website and news app for the full list of restaurants.
All right, and a quick reminder for holiday decorators. Today is your last chance to enter the Great Chicago Light Fight. Submit your festive displays by 6 p.m. We're going to showcase the finalists in a video, and then it is up to you, the public, to vote. Scan that QR code on your screen for details. The winner will be announced just in time for Christmas.
Still to come this morning, streaming at 7 o'clock, we now know 2025's Person of the Year from Time Magazine.
And poisoning power plays and a peer takeover. All the mix. That's right. That's happening in today's Soap Chat segment with Tracy and Diane.
Also, step into Italy this holiday. Eataly, Chicago's holiday festa, serving up a 3-hour celebration with wine, cocktails, truffle, and lasagna.
And this morning, a preview of the weekend event, which includes a ton of sips, snacks, and sparkles.
Streaming live from Chicago, ABC 7 Eyewitness News at 7 continues.
All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome back. I'm Val Warner.
And I'm Tanya Babich, in for Terrell. There's our Navy Pier Camp. What's that?
We're going to just redecorate. You keep talking. Okay.
No.
We have to.
It's poinsettia takeover.
I know.
It's okay.
We should be able to bend our legs there.
My tights match them.
Yes, they do.
100 feet away from all of you. Look at, if you can see this.
Do you want a spoon?
Because of the poinsettia.
I would love to spoon because it's cold.
Yes.
Temperatures are in the 20s right now. We have wind chills this morning that are in the teens in the area. We have snow. Yes, but I think this will be around this evening into the overnight hours tonight. So I just wanted to make sure this is on your radar, pardon the pun. But most of us in Chicago will get just a dusting. I think the farther south you go, down toward Joliet, that's where you get maybe about an inch, and farther south of that, those amounts increase. And that's mainly this evening into the overnight hours. Diane.
All right, let's talk about what we have going on out there. A couple crashes slowing things down. We're going to start off with this one, eastbound 88. Let's go to our tollway camera near Naperville. We've got several miles of a delay here because of this very serious crash. Only the right lane is getting by. I'm talking about delays as far back 5 miles or more back. So definitely very, very busy. Back to the graphics we go. Just one more crash I need to tell you about. It's on I-80. Chopper 7 flew over it. Let's go to the graphics if we can, because I can't remember the exact locations. Right past Hobo, about a mile and a half delay there on the eastbound side of I-80.
All right, let's get to today's talkers, and all eyes are on Time Magazine and its 2025 Person of the Year.
The magazine is recognizing the architects of artificial intelligence. Time says this year the potential of AI roared into view. There's no turning back. In a post on social media, the magazine said, quote, for delivering the age of thinking machines, for wowing and worrying humanity, for transforming the present and transcending the possible. The architects of AI are Time's 2025 Person of the Year.
No truer words were said. Pope Leo was also a top contender. So the debate is, what do we think on the Person of the Year?
That's a good question.
I'm always so conflicted about when they go for impact and not inspiration. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
Yes,
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, of course, AI is incredibly impactful. It is going to transform the world as we know it and the world that our children are going to grow up in. But I want to feel good about humanity with Person of the Year. That's how I interpret Person of the Year.
Can they coexist? Can you have impact and inspiration?
Of course you can.
Yeah,
of course
why
you
not?
can. But and some people are certainly inspired by AI. I know the universities are, who are making a ton of money off of their new AI majors.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where I stand on that.
I agree with you. I would, to be honest with you, I mean, I'm not Catholic, but I would have liked to have seen the Pope.
Oh, heck yeah.
All for the Pope.
Yeah.
Or maybe they have a list. Maybe that's the top Person of the Year.
Well, they do I think
they
do acknowledge
categories,
several
right?
people.
Yeah, or something.
But as far as who makes the cover or covers, as it so happens to be, I think
I don't care for
Are there 2 women on there?
I see. Yeah, there's 2.
Maybe
There's
3.
one on the end.
1, 2, and 3.
I see.
Gray, blue blazer,
No, I think
gray
I think
hunched
it's a-
over,
No, I think
with the legs crossed.
You need new glasses. It's okay.
The one with the legs
Here, let
crossed.
me show you real quick. Ready?
Yeah, point those out to us.
So right here.
Lady, yes.
And then right here.
And then the
This
gray.
is a man.
That's a man.
This is a man. This is a man. This is a man. This is a
I
man.
think that's a
This is
little
man.
lady.
This one right here?
Yeah.
You want to get closer? I mean, not that I'm judging, but it to me looks like a man.
And what would you put the demographic as far as age in there?
Oh, they all look older.
40 to 70.
Really?
I mean, I'm just based
Yeah.
on appearance.
No, I know.
Nothing.
I know.
Not judging.
No, of
Just
course
based on
not.
appearance.
I was just curious
Yeah.
as to
Yeah.
who's behind that.
Who's behind what is, and interestingly, the impact is going to primarily be on the younger
It just scares me.
Right. Oh, absolutely. Because it's scary.
Yeah, it's scary.
What scares me, it's so funny because I was having this conversation with someone yesterday. What's scary to me is that the information is still taken as fact.
Yes.
And I'm like, but it's wrong.
And also, I mean, I think about this a lot because, so I don't really post very much of my children anymore online. There's just too much that has changed, and I want to leave them out of it and let them have their private lives because I have chosen a public life. That said, there is so much content out there with my face and my voice. In the age of AI, people could do anything with it, and it would look and sound just like me, as though I had said it or done it. And
Yeah, well, I can tell you, I went and spoke at a school, and they had my picture and my bio, and they took the bio from AI and Wikipedia, and I looked at them and I said, every single piece of information on this bio is wrong. But good job, everybody. Every single thing that I wasn't on there was right. Yes!
Well, Wikipedia is like the internet, though.
Right. So they took Wikipedia and they also put it in AI. to create what.
But I guess that's
it was all wrong.
Where I'm going with this,
I
though.
can tell you I'm not 25. I wish I was. I can tell you that's not the college I went to. I can tell you, I mean, it was all wrong.
Wow.
But so does the internet wrong too then?
What
right?
a great
that's
the moral of, but the moral of my story is they are taking this
whatever they get, whether it's AI or I mean, think about what we thought. How many years ago when we said the internet, like where we thought, and then now look at how we use it, right? We were questioning.
Without it.
We were questioning like, what is this and how is it going to give us access to the world? I don't know. Yeah. This is the first year, clearly, and it's going to evolve. And in 20 years, what will we be saying about AI?
Sure. Are we going to be around in 20 years with AI?
I hope so.
All right, ABC 7 Eyewitness News continues streaming out loud. After the break, we're back in 90 seconds.
One, two, three, four.
A very special delivery at the Marines Toys for Tots warehouse in the north suburbs.
Thank you so much.
You heard that. The Big Buzz Toy Express rolled up with a full load of donations from the Lego Group. They were among several early drop-offs as the Marines worked to fulfill an ambitious goal, delivering 100,000 toys to children in need this holiday season. And they tell us they can't do it alone.
A big thing for the Big Bus this year, they helped us collect a lot of the drop sites within the city, so that took a lot of the burden off from the Marines. So that was a huge help from them.
So we have this wonderfully wrapped Big Bus Toy Express bus. There's one of a kind, and it's out there collecting toys at businesses and entities all around the city of Chicago and bringing them to the warehouse for distribution. But it's our people that have embraced it. Our staff has embraced this project.
The Marines say they are especially in need of toys for older children 14 and up. You can help to stuff the Big Bus Express through our Disney Ultimate Toy Drive.
Tomorrow morning, Tracy and the Big Bus will be at the Steinhoffels in Downers Grove from 5 to 8 in the morning. Then Rob Hughes is going to join the fun and the effort at the Steinhoffels in Schaumburg from 11 to 12:15 p.m. And then we'll also be live at 4 with a big wrap of the entire day. All of that on tomorrow.
All right, Tracy, are you ready? Do you have your wardrobe set out?
I do, and I have several hats. I'm going to ask you ladies your opinion a little bit later, trying to decide which one. This morning, okay, this is what I want you to be aware of. So this evening, overnight tonight, through about roughly 4-ish in the morning, we are expecting some snow. Now, most of us here, I think we're looking at less than an inch of accumulation. Farther south you go, you're closer to 1 to 3 areas kind of in that darker blue stripe. Now, again, that's this evening into the overnight hours. And certainly if you get snow accumulation and, you know, you wanted to get to the toy drive tomorrow morning, I just ask you use caution. And, you know, if the elements are looking not quite great for you, you know, we will have ways for you to still contribute, certainly. I don't want anybody risking anything if the roads are not good. 24 degrees at O'Hare, 25 at Midway, 27 right now in Whiting. We have wind chills this morning in the teens. Overall, maybe a few peaks of sun today. Highs generally just kind of staying pretty close to where they are right now. Tomorrow morning, rush hour. Falling snow should be done. However, could have some residual impact. Diane will keep you posted on that too. The weekend, what we do know about the weekend, super cold. Diane.
All right, let's talk about what's going on out there. So big picture, we've got nice and stacked conditions in both directions on the Kennedy. Even the Eisenhower is very busy in and outbound. Stevenson just inbound delays. Ryan just inbound delays as well. And the Tri-State through the construction zone seeing some delays there. Very typical for this time of the morning. Northbound and Bishop Ford past Dalton, we do have a crash. It's now on the shoulder, so the delay we're seeing, about a half mile, should get better very soon. Chopper 7 is over this crash eastbound I-88. I've been talking about it for the better part of this hour. Take a look at this live picture. You see how many vehicles involved. Very bad damage done to at least two of the vehicles involved in this crash. You see at least two of the flatbed trucks have now arrived. Fire department still there. Very, very, very bad damage done to that vehicle in the center there. There was at least one injury involved in this crash. Tollway Authority, Illinois State Police, they're all still there. Only the right lane continues to get by, creating this massive delay on the eastbound side of I-88 that's really just getting worse as the morning progresses. Val and Tanya.
All right, thank you, Diane. 'Tis the season for sparkle, spirit, and a little Italian indulgence. Eataly Chicago is rolling out its holiday festa. 3 hours of curated cocktails, classic bites, and some festive fun. With us in studio is brand ambassador David Moslin. He's been here before. We're catching up in the commercial break. He's going to give us a taste of what to expect for the holiday festa. David, good to see you again.
Good to see you again.
Always. I mean, look at this. How could we not feel festive with this setup here? First of all, how long have you been at Eataly now?
I've been part of the Eataly team now for 12 years. So even before they switched the lights on at Eataly, I was part of the opening management team over at the cheese counter there. So been there for 12 years. About 3 years ago, I decided I wanted to do something a little bit different, doing what I'm doing today with you, working with our guests, and of course working with our team on the cultural side of things, and also advancing their knowledge of Italian cuisine, wine and spirits too.
Okay, so let's talk about this holiday festa. It's back this Friday.
No, Saturday.
Oh, this Saturday.
This Saturday.
Okay, so what can guests expect?
Well, they can expect a 3 hours worth of holiday festing. Okay, what we've got 12 different bites for you to select from, or actually you can enjoy all of them at that point with your ticket. You get
over the 3 hours.
Yeah, over the 3 hours.
Okay, so you can pace yourself.
Absolutely, you can. Well, here's the great thing. Okay, catch this. Okay, during the busy holiday season, okay, right, we have less time, right?
True.
And usually less money.
Yep.
Okay.
Both.
Here's the thing. I'm going to get you to save some time and save some money.
Okay.
Okay. So you invite your friends or your coworkers or your family to join you. Okay. Get your tickets. Walk around a little bit with some of our great treats. Try those. Drink a little bit of the wine, maybe the craft cocktail. Enjoy that. And the marketplace is open too, so you can do shopping. Okay, so you're killing two birds with one stone. You're getting family together, okay? You're doing a little shopping at that point, and here's the saving part, okay? When you buy your ticket to this upcoming festa this Saturday, okay, with that ticket, 20% off on our retail goods.
Oh, really?
Yes, just
so
on
you're
Saturday.
shopping and saving.
See?
Okay,
So
you're sipping, you're shopping, you're saving. I mean, okay, segment over.
Yeah, that's
so
it.
we're done. We don't need to do. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so this obviously you said 12 different.
12 different bites, okay, and a couple of them that we've got is one is right here. This is the soupli, which is basically the arancini's Roman brother.
What are you putting on that right now?
A little Parmigiano Reggiano on there. Right on top of there.
Oh,
we've also got a mushroom lasagna to try out here.
So is there, because I was looking at it, I thought that's mushroom, and then I thought, is that truffle? There's no truffle in there.
There's truffle hiding here somewhere. I've got a couple truffle things. We're going to get to that in a second.
Okay.
And of course, we have some great cured meats and cheeses. We'll have that there. But one of my favorite things is this right here, which is a butternut squash bruschetta. Okay.
Ooh.
It's the best of simplicity and seasonality put together. Okay. So we have a little pureed butternut squash there. Okay.
Gosh, that looks, even the bread looks like it's toasted and golden.
And all I'm doing is piping just a little bit of whipped ricotta on there. Something very, very simple. Okay.
Okay.
That goes right on there.
Butternut squash, like flavor, if you had to describe it, like what would you say?
savory and sweet. Okay. It kind of balances both things. Now here's where the truffle part comes in. I've got a little bit of truffle honey.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
gonna place right on there.
Are you serious right now?
I am serious. And speaking of seasonality, it is truffle season. And of course, we've got not only the black truffles, we've got the white truffles in, which are only available between the end of October and the end of December. So another special treat to be able to pick up. I'm going to finish this off with just a little bit of fried sage right on there.
Fried?
Fried sage. You're going to see this. This is kind of like almost like autumn in a bite. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
So,
look at that.
I'll give you would you like to try that?
My taste tester is standing by right here,
okay.
right now. Because she was in my eyesight. She was in my line of sight. There's two. Get on over here. I got two ladies.
Hi, good to see
Come
you.
on over here, Tanya. Come on to this side right here. We'll slide it over to you.
Is it good?
It looks okay. See, I can keep talking this way. So, David, real quick, because we're getting a hard wrap.
Yep, I got you.
Tickets are
on sale now, and you can go to Eataly.com, Chicago. Go to our events and classes section. That's where you can buy your tickets. And don't forget, you buy your tickets, and it's yes, exactly, 20% off on the retail goods.
Okay, he's the best. Go check it out. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Oh, it's so good, isn't it, ladies?
Oh my God.
Welcome back. Soap Chat time. It is Thursday and big drama, of course. We have a lot to get to, so let's just jump into it.
I'm so scared. I
For
don't know where to
whom?
begin. For all of them.
I agree.
For all of them.
Yeah. I mean, yesterday, I think we now know why Sidwell chose to poison Maxie.
Will you please break this down? Because I had you break it down for me this morning because it was just a hair confusing for me.
I understand, but the Quartermains don't need money. Lucy doesn't need the money from deception. Maxie does. And I think Sidwell thought that Maxie and Brooklyn could convince one another to not allow Sidwell to go with something like this.
So you poison her?
So you poison her.
That's the dramatic step we're going to take.
And so he played on everyone's emotions to make sure that now he can get his products through Sonny's piers.
And obviously Brooklyn was super hesitant. I mean, I think all of them were really, but she was very vocal about saying, like, we don't know what's coming through these piers. Like, well, why should we trust you?
Right.
But then this was the big revelation, of course, when, well, surveillance video catches Selena Wu going to the Savoy, and Curtis failed to mention that. Of course, we know, obviously, that that's not what happened.
It's not really what happened. We know Selena didn't go through with it. Curtis didn't want her to end up going through with it, but Curtis gets arrested nonetheless.
Right, and now you've got Nina going, yay, Willow, you're free.
I know.
It's like taking it, you know, to a level that we're not really at yet.
That was so annoying, and this was annoying. I mean, Drew has total blinders on. He wants Michael arrested and no one else. Do you think he's going to settle for maybe Curtis being arrested for this?
You know, I don't know. I can see him feeling good about Curtis, but he's so determined that it's Michael. I just don't know where this is going to go, because if they do arrest Curtis and Willow's off the hook, I mean, Willow's not going to be off the hook. Obviously, there's a trial, but it really just, it kind of leaves us in a state of confusion. Because we really don't know how you're going to convince everybody it's Michael.
And will there be a trial? Will the charges get dropped?
I don't know.
I know, me either.
I don't know if that's solid enough evidence to drop charges. It's like everything's now up in the air. Everything is just up in the air. We have no idea where anything is going. It's urgent that you watch General Hospital weekdays at 2 p.m. here on ABC 7.
More coming up in 90 seconds.
Eyewitness News streaming at 7 continues after a break.
Meal here.
So good, right?
Oh, take a look. Yes, ladies, please continue to dine. We will take a look at this 7-day for you. Just know this evening, overnight tonight, looks like we'll get grays with a little bit of light snow. Just plain cold today and tomorrow, but super cold over the weekend.
That's the Val that
Goodness, I know.
I grew up watching.
Memories. All right, I grew up, right?
We're
Yeah.
a couple years apart.
Yeah, right. No, I'm like senior mama over here.
Oh, please, I'm grandma then.
Before we end this hour, today is National App Day. It's a celebration of those little icons on our devices, some better than others. From banking to shopping and workouts and meal prep, apps help us to navigate nearly everything.
I was just looking. I have way too many apps on my phone.
I got a lot too.
Like, what am I doing with all these apps? It needs to be just cleaned out.
I have like 5 different parking apps. Like one for Evanston,
Yeah, I
one
do
for the city. Like there's so many of them.
That makes sense.
Why are there so many?
One's in Florida. I'm like, what do I have?
I think I still have kids' games on my phone.
Yes.
You know how old that is.
Yes.
I'm like, why do I still have these?
I
Anyway.
definitely have kids' games on mine.
National, used to have a little one. I don't have an excuse. National App Day launched in 2017 to spotlight how mobile apps connect us, simplify our routines, and keep us entertained.
All right. That's going to do it for us for this streaming hour. I've got a news update coming up. Thanks so much to our friends from Eataly for feeding us. I'm sorry you had to see my meal sitting out with us on set here.
No, that's what you know. That's what people need to see.
You know what, though? It's because we still have some fresh news coming up.
That's right. Don't go anywhere. If you're just joining us, we've got more news, more weather, more traffic, and everything coming up live at 8 a.m. We're expanding our streaming newscast, so stick around with us here on ABC 7 Chicago. And remember, you can always catch our next newscast on TV, Eyewitness News at 11. Have a great day.
This has been Eyewitness News streaming at 7. Now, an update from ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Good morning. It is 7:56. I'm Tanya Babich. Chicago police are investigating a deadly shooting on the city's Belmont-Cragen neighborhood. Officers say a 39-year-old victim was in a home near Deming and LeClaire when he was shot in the chest at about 4:30 this morning. Chopper 7 was over where this happened earlier. The man was taken to the hospital. That's where he later died. It's not clear who fired the shots or what led to the shooting. Nobody is in custody. Stay with us. We'll check on weather and traffic for you up next.
Good morning to you, and here we go on this Thursday morning, Friday Eve. Currently 24 at O'Hare, 25 at Midway, 27 degrees right now in Whiting. Some of these wind chills, bring us down. Feels like it's 10 in Waukegan and 16 right now in Maryville. Today's high temperatures, well, they're not going to veer too far away from where they are right now. We're watching for the potential of little light snow in the area here this evening too. Just plain cold tomorrow, but brutally cold here over the weekend. Diane.
Still have very busy conditions out there, Tracy, but I do have an update on 2 crashes on 2 of our tollways. So let's go right there first. So eastbound I-90 at Barrington, take a look at our tollway camera. You see that we do have a crash that's now been moved to the left shoulder. So 2 vehicles involved here. State police, they are there, as well as the tollway authority. Just keep in mind, we do have at least a couple miles of a delay there approaching that crash scene. But again, everything is now on the left shoulder. An update on an ongoing situation on eastbound 88 near Naperville. We have a 5-mile delay after a crash there. Everything is on the shoulder there as well.